Can we do four?
We do.
All right. Darren Patterson, cause number 24, CR 110A. Mr. Burbank is the defense attorney, is requesting recess for 4 weeks in an attempt to resolve that. And Daniel Wally.
That's the state's motion, Judge. It has something to do with
Okay.
the state's regulation.
Okay. And here is Chelsea Ship.
Mr. Perkins.
Does she need to be sworn in?
Already done.
All right, 22-40128 is called the state of Texas versus Chelsea Ann Marie Ship.
No.
That's you with Mr. Macon, your attorney and the state's attorney. Okay. This is a very serious case. They're all serious here. Some are more serious. Does the defendant waive a formal reading of this indictment and arraignment here? Can we proceed in summary?
Yes, sir.
In summary, this indictment alleges that on or about March 26, 2022, in Jefferson County, Texas, you committed the first-degree felony of murder with the use of a deadly weapon, namely a firearm, by shooting the complainant, the victim. Do you understand what you're charged with here? This is a first-degree felony, which means if convicted, you face a term of life imprisonment or any term of not more than 99 years or less than 5 years in prison. In addition, a fine may be assessed not to exceed $10,000. Do you understand the punishment range here, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
And it, I don't understand. So,
Is it because of the writing, Judge?
yeah.
It's 40 years, Judge.
Okay, I'm gonna redo that, Jim. I know, I wish we had this pen for everybody. This pen seems to work better on the pad
Yes,
than
sir.
others.
Thank you.
And
Thank you for clarifying.
Okay. An agreement has been reached where you would be pleading guilty, sentenced to 40 years imprisonment. Is that your understanding of the agreement, ma'am? If I follow this agreement, you have no right of appeal of your case. Do you understand? You don't have. Stand up. How do you plead to this indictment, charging you with this first degree felony, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty voluntarily? That is on your own free will and because you are guilty. I show you what's marked as State's Exhibit 1. Did you sign that document voluntarily? Did you understand it? Discuss it with Mr. Macon, your attorney? Are the contents here true and correct? State's Exhibit 1 is tendered into evidence.
Objection.
And without objection, it's submitted. Among other things, this states you are mentally competent to enter your guilty plea. It's freely and voluntarily made. You know what you've been charged with. The indictment has been read to you. You read it. You are guilty of the crime charged in any lesser included offenses. You are giving up your rights to a jury trial and the rights to the appearance, confrontation, cross-examination of witnesses, and you are totally satisfied with the representation provided by your lawyer here. All of this is true. It states, so help you God. State's Exhibit 1 is made a part of the record for all purposes. Is a pre-sentence report waived here?
Yes, sir.
Is there anything else to add? I'm going to make findings now. If nothing further to add by anyone, I'm going to find that Ms. Ship, you are pleading guilty to this first degree felony of murder voluntarily, knowingly, intelligently. There's sufficient evidence supporting your guilty plea from State's Exhibit 1 admitted here to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You were giving up your rights to a jury trial and the rights to the appearance, confrontation, cross-examination of witnesses, and you're totally satisfied with the representation provided by your lawyer. All of this is true, it states. So help you God, out of States Exhibit 1, and the court supports those representations with positive findings that are in the record that restate those admissions. I hereby find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt of this first degree felony. I am following the agreement. You are hereby sentenced to confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice to serve a term of 40 years. The judgment shall reflect an affirmative finding that a deadly weapon, namely a firearm, was used in the commission of this offense. Anything else we need to add on here?
No,
Is there any,
no, Your Honor.
nothing else from
No, sir.
anyone else?
Not today.
All right. Do you understand what has happened today, man?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That is all. We are in recess on this case.
Thank you, Judge.
Speak, Mr. Peterson, speak, Mr. Patterson.
Two cases I have, Darren Patterson with Langston Adams. Is he going to be here?
I haven't seen Mr. Adams.
Here. He's been all over.
Oh, no, that wasn't Langston.
I have Denise Vadrina.
She's here, Judge. Let's get the review on testimony and all.
Okay, I will take her next after this.
You not have that?
I don't have,
Okay, I wasn't sure on anybody. To be sure what was happening today.
At the conclusion of these pleas, there will be one allocution, Judge.
oh, these were add-ons?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
These
I
are,
didn't
Mr.
recognize his name.
Mr. Perkins is on Monday's trial docket.
Not anymore then.
Correct, Judge.
We're going to call two cases, cause numbers 22-39766 and 22-39767. The state of Texas versus, is it Kedra or Kedra? How do you pronounce your first name? Kedra
Yes, sir.
Perkins. And you are here with your attorney, Mr. Reynolds, and the state's attorney. Does the defendant waive formal readings of these indictments? Can we proceed in summary?
He does, and you
You're
make.
pleading to both?
Yeah,
That's correct, Judge. Same amount of time to run concurrent.
In summary, these two cases, and we'll take them up together because they are similarly alleging the first degree felonies of murder in each case. And these state in 39766 on or about January 30th, 2022. And in 22-39767 on or about January 1st, 2022, both alleging in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the first degree felonies of murder by shooting the complainants or the victims in each case with a deadly weapon, namely a firearm. There is a second allegation of a prior conviction of robbery. Are we using that?
No, there's no need, Judge.
Okay. Do you understand, sir, what you're charged with in each of these cases?
Yes, sir.
These are first degree felonies, which means you face a term of life imprisonment if convicted, or any term not more than 99 years or less than 5 years in prison. In addition, a fine may be assessed not to exceed $10,000. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Agreements have been reached in your cases where you would be pleading guilty in each case, found guilty in each case, sentenced to 55 years imprisonment to run concurrently with each case. Is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, sir.
If I follow these agreements, you have no right of appeal of your cases. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Stand by, please. I show you in each case what's marked as State's Exhibit 1. Did you sign those documents voluntarily, knowingly, intelligently?
Yes, sir.
Did you discuss them with your attorney, and are the contents of these documents, State's Exhibit 1, all true and correct?
Yes, sir.
State's Exhibit 1 tendered into evidence in each of these cases?
No objection.
Without objection, admitted. Among other things, these state that you are mentally competent to enter your guilty pleas. These are freely and voluntarily made. You know what you've been charged with. The indictments have been read to you, or you've read them. You are guilty of the crimes charged and any lesser included offenses. You are giving up your rights to a jury trial and the rights to the appearance, confrontation, cross-examination of witnesses. We're totally satisfied with the representation provided by your lawyer. All of this is true. It states, so help you God. Is all of that true and correct?
Yes, sir.
States Exhibit 1 in each case made a part of the record for all purposes. Pre-sentence reports are waived.
So waived.
Anything else to add by either party? I'm going to follow these agreements.
Sorry, Mr. Thomas.
The only
And
thing
find
is,
you, in each of these cases, you are pleading guilty, sir, voluntarily, knowingly, intelligently to these allegations of the first degree felonies of murder in each case. You are mentally competent to do so. You understand and appreciate the consequences of pleading guilty. There's sufficient evidence from State's Exhibit 1 admitted here to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt of these two first degree felonies of murder. I hereby find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt of these first degree felonies of murders in each case. And I am following the agreements. You are hereby sentenced to confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice to serve a term of 55 years on each case to run concurrently. There will be an affirmative finding in the judgments that a deadly weapon, namely a firearm, was used in the commission of these offenses. Do you understand, sir, what has happened today?
Yes, sir.
Anything else from the state? Is there anything?
we have an allocution from the victim's family on 39766, Judge.
All right. Go ahead.
Judge, he is in administrative segregation because he was contacting witnesses. And I think since that's no longer an issue, he's asking that the jail staff be allowed to determine where he stays instead of the court.
That's an accurate statement as to why he was moved into isolation. We had proven to the court that there were some threats against one of the witnesses that testified. Since we're not moving forward with a trial, I have no objections to the jail making administrative changes.
It is allowed, based upon no objection from the state. What do you have? Okay.
I have some family, Judge. I didn't know where you wanted to situate.
Okay, the defendant can be seated right here in the witness chair. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more crazy court hearings like this one.